money to fund the business, the new startup. So what I did is I got a job at Toyota in finance. That was always good for me. It was a well-paying job because most finance managers weren't that good at selling. So they pay a higher commission, and I was able to come in and make double the average finance manager. And I got a chance to work with Johnny. So I got hired at his store.
Yeah, that's where we became friends
Yeah.
because we met during the broker, and then you had actually stopped by before, actually, when you were with your previous partner. We were gonna go to lunch,
Oh, yeah.
and then I was like, yeah, whatever. I didn't know who you were, never,
Yeah.
never met you before, and so
Well, I was gonna try to recruit you
yeah,
for the, dealership over there,
yeah. No, I remember.
and then I thought, "Oh, let me just wait," I didn't wanna rush it because I wasn't on stable ground with, my partner.
Yeah,
So I kinda held off, and plus I didn't have as much control as I thought I did because he was, you know, um, breaking his promises and words with other people I brought in. So I said, let me wait. I don't wanna burn my, relationships." So then later I got a job there and I started working in finance and flexing my skills, so to speak, is how good I am, my ego. Johnny had an ego as well, and, he was the number one guy there, and I started challenging him, and he had to step up his skills, and I learned a little bit from, him and another finance manager there.
yeah. It was never. It was always, I was always the top guy. Like at my first store where I was promoted to the youngest finance manager that they had ever promoted. I remember the top guy at that time was like, "Kid, you're gonna chase me like all these other kids, like all these other people, and you're never gonna be able to do what I can do." I was like, "Okay." And I learned some from him, right? The guy was funny, charismatic, cool guy, still a friend to this day. And then my first month, I beat him. And then the second month, I beat him. And the third month, I just beat him ever since. And I just remember all the other guys, for the years I've been there, they have never beat him. He was always like the, king of finance. And so it was funny. The first month, second month, every month for years, I beat him. They finally switched to a different. He actually went to VW. After that, I always thought it was because of me. I was like, oh, like he doesn't like being number two, so he's gonna go to VW.
Yeah.
But it was cool. But no, yeah, when you came on board, it was cool because my average, I see you beat my average. I'm like, wait a minute, who the heck is this guy? Freaking. Then next month I'd win, and then next month he'd win, and we basically go back and forth like we're like, well, look what I could do, look what I could do. And then after that, it took a while to warm up to you, but after that, I was like, became friends.
Yeah.
It was funny because every single time that we had a moment, you'd be, remember, you'd be plotting. You'd be like, okay, look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do credit and buying service, and we're gonna have the broker service. We're gonna do a dealership. And at first, I was just like, okay, this guy's just, he's on something. And then you deal by deal, you're like, hey, I got this opportunity for a broker deal. He'd bring me in. I was like, oh, okay. And then like deal after deal, I'm like, huh, there's something here. And I had no idea about brokering. All I knew was, the basics of from the dealership, finance, sell a car, trade-ins, things like that. But there's so many. Um, it was cool because you were not working against the customer.